Hello, Rob here, and welcome to R&B Reviews. Coming up, comedian Amy Schumer plays a commitment phobe writer who starts to fall for a sports doctor that she is interviewing. I'll have my review of Trainwreck coming up. Amy Schumer is one of the biggest comedians in the entertainment world right now thanks to her stand-up act as well as her TV series Inside Amy. Now she is taking a crack at writing and acting in her very own feature film, and the result is Trainwreck, directed by Judd Apatow. Schumer plays a writer who's also called Amy, who works for a rather shallow magazine that focuses on stuff like sex and what people should be wearing, that sort of thing. And all her life, her dad has told her that having a committed relationship with one person is just not realistic. And as a result, she enjoys living a free life from what she considers stifling and boring relationships. But soon she finds herself assigned to write an article on a sports doctor named Aaron, who's played by Bill Hader, and she finds herself starting to fall for him. Trainwreck, I thought, had its moments, and I think Amy Schumer has the potential for writing for the screen, but in this case, I think she still has some work ahead of her. The movie, to me, felt like a sort of patchwork of different movies going on, and all of them had different tones. And at times, the film, to me, kind of felt like it was just rambling along at points. The movie starts out almost like her stand-up act, where the dialogue is basically talking like she's telling jokes on pop culture, and her character is making fun of her sister's husband's choice of clothes. But as the film goes on, it turns into a romantic comedy between her and Hader's character, as well as a few moments of raunchy comedy and a family drama subplot involving her family. Now, I liked Amy's character, and like her real-life persona, I thought she was very funny. Now, her character does start out as a sort of unlikable, self-centered jerk, but I think once Hader's character enters the film, she goes through a change, and once she learns what a relationship is all about. I also liked Bill Hader as the doctor. I thought he and Schumer complemented each other very well because his character is much more serious about relationships and committing to it. And WWE's John Cena, I thought, was very funny as one of Amy's ex-boyfriends, and there's a terrific scene where he and Amy go to the movie theater, and it's just great fun. Brie Larson is in this movie. She plays Amy's sister, who's, again, another opposite of Amy. She is married with a family, and she takes her commitments, very seriously. And again, I thought she was very terrific. Some of the supporting characters, however, I thought were one-dimensional, and a lot of them just seemed to come and go based on if they were needed for a quick joke. And some of the subplots in this movie just didn't seem to go anywhere. Often there were moments that worked. Like I mentioned, there's some moments, like I said, the movie theater scene, and there's also moments where, every time Amy wakes up from her, night of being out with a guy, she always wakes up wondering where the hell she is. Those, seem to work. But there were other moments where things were just thrown in just for the sake of a quick laugh. There was a moment in the movie where there's a lot of cameos, and I felt like that it was just, forced in, and it really didn't serve much of a purpose. The film does have its moments, and I think it can be sharp and it can be realistic, and relatable is probably more like the word I would probably say. But it also, to me, it just felt like there was a lot thrown in there just to be there. As a result, I just felt like Trainwreck sort of dragged on at different points. For me, not a bad movie, but I think Amy Schumer definitely has a little bit more work to do to write for the big screen, but to me, not quite a bad movie to recommend. I would probably say you could check this movie out at home and skipping it in the theaters. Alright, well, that's my review of Trainwreck. Go ahead and post your comments. Did you perhaps like it much more than I did? Do you think, this movie wasn't good at all? Go ahead and post your comments. And thank you very much for watching.